What's up guys? So today it's going to be Pixel 7a versus Nothing Phone 1. And in this video we will be comparing the price, specs, features, cameras and lots more to ultimately find out the main differences between these two awesome smartphones. Now let's start off with the prices. The Pixel 7a can be picked up for $449 and that will give you the only variant currently available that's 8 plus 128 gigabytes. And the Nothing Phone 1 is actually on sale right now for $349 for the same 8 plus 128 variant. But you also have the option to pay a bit extra, so $399 for 8 plus 256, or you can match the Pixel 7a price, $449 for 12 plus 256. So price wise, certainly more bang for your buck from the Nothing Phone 1. Now let's compare the designs. The Pixel 7a is made from a plastic back, metal frame with metal camera bump, and it has a fingerprint resistant coating. Camera bump design is really nice and I love how it blends into the frame. It doesn't protrude out much at all, so it's nearly flat. And within it you have a 64 megapixel primary and 13 megapixel ultra wide. Furthermore, the Pixel front display is protected by Gorilla Glass 3 and you do have IP67 certification. The phone is also 9mm thick and it weighs 193 grams. Now the Phone 1 has a glass back with a super unique transparent design with the impressive glyph LED interface. Now you do have a simple camera bump with dual cameras, that's 50 megapixel primary and 50 megapixel ultra wide. Furthermore, this phone has an aluminium frame and Gorilla Glass 5 protection on the front and on the back. And you do also have IP53 certification. The phone is only 8.3mm thick and it weighs 193 grams. Both phones side by side look premium and high quality in design. In this case, I've always liked the Nothing Phone 1 design. The phone has a cult following and I think I am one of them. Pixel 7a is what I call a comfy design. It looks premium and feels good in the hands. It's actually tough to choose between them because I really like both designs in their own special way, but I just can't ignore that amazing award-winning Nothing 1 phone design. It edges it for me. I like it a little bit better. Now let's talk about the displays. So Pixel 7a is sporting a 6.1-inch OLED Full HD Plus display that's 90Hz refresh with 1100 nits of peak brightness. The Nothing Phone 1 has a slightly bigger 6.55-inch OLED display, and I'll quickly show you side by side. It's slightly bigger, it is quite noticeable. And it's also a Full HD Plus display, but you've got a faster 120Hz refresh rate. Peak brightness is also slightly higher at 1200 nits. Pixel's display is protected by Gorilla Glass 3 and the Nothing Phone 1 is protected by Gorilla Glass 5. That's on the front and the back. So Nothing Phone 1 has a bigger, slightly brighter display with a faster refresh rate and it's supposed to be more durable. Pixel supports smooth display, so it can automatically raise the refresh rate from 60 to 90 Hz when required. Or you can switch this feature off for 60 Hz all the time if you wanted a better battery life. Nothing Phone 1 will also give you what they're calling dynamic auto refresh rate, which is active when you select high, but you do also have the option to select standard, which is 60 Hz all the time. Again, if you want to conserve power. Now, speaking of power, let's talk about processing power. Both phones have quite a powerful processor. Pixel is using their own Google Tensor G2 chipset, which is a 5nm octa-core clocked at 2.8 GHz. The Nothing Phone 1 is powered by a mid-range Snapdragon chipset. It's the 778G Plus, which is a 6nm octa-core clocked at 2.5 GHz. Pixel has 8 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, and the Nothing Phone 1 has exactly the same 8 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM and the same storage, 128 gigs of storage. Now if we compare the benchmarks, starting off with Geekbench, you can see Pixel has scored 1350 single core versus 1019 single core on the Nothing Phone 1, and multi-core score, Pixel scored 3147 versus 2893. So you can see that the Google Pixel has a higher single core and multi-core score when compared to the Nothing Phone 1. Now if we compare Antutu benchmark scores, Pixel achieves 688K and the Nothing Phone 1 achieves 567K. And here is my top performing smartphone chart for 2023, allowing you to compare these specs and prices.
Now all the phones are ranked by Antutu benchmark scores, so higher the score, more powerful the device. So as you can see, both phones have ranked towards the bottom of the chart. Pixel 7a has taken position 20 and the Nothing Phone 1 takes position 22. Now you can view the full versions of all my charts online at chixtech.com and read them at your leisure, and of course completely free of charge.
And while we're here, let's check out the Antutu benchmark temperatures. So Pixel started at 35 degrees and by the end of the test, temperature went up to 37. The Nothing Phone 1 started at a slightly lower 30 degrees and ended up at 32 at the end of the test. So through the benchmark test, the Nothing Phone 1 maintained a cooler phone. Alright, now both phones feature UFS 3.1, so we should expect a similar performance from the internal storage. But that also depends on the quality of that internal storage. Better quality internal storage is going to be faster, and cheaper internal storage is usually much slower in performance. And here are the results. So Pixel achieves read speeds of 1.2 gigabytes per second versus read speeds of 778 megabytes per second. And Pixel achieves write speeds of 327 megabytes per second versus 158 megabytes per second. So it looks like the Pixel is using much faster quality storage when compared to the Nothing Phone 1. Furthermore, if we compare battery sizes, Pixel has a 4,385 mAh battery versus 4,500 mAh in the Nothing Phone 1. Both support fast charging. Pixel charges at 18 watts max wired charging and no charger included in the box. Nothing Phone 1 charges at a much faster 33 watts. And guess what, people? No charger in the box either. Both also support wireless charging. Pixel charges at only 7.5 watts, but the Nothing Phone charges at 15 watts. So overall, much faster charging in the Nothing Phone 1. Now both phones also have dual speakers, both have single speaker at the bottom, and both have their second speaker on the earpiece. Now both sound equally good. I think the Pixel is slightly louder and sounds slightly better in my opinion, but do let me know what you think. Here is a quick sample test. Now just to confirm, neither phone support microSD expansion or have headphone jacks. Now let's talk cameras. Pixel has dual cameras on the back, 64 megapixel primary and 13 megapixel ultra wide, and on the front we have a 13 megapixel selfie camera. The Nothing also has dual cameras, 50 megapixel primary, 50 megapixel ultra wide, and we have a 16 megapixel selfie camera in the corner. Now I know both phones have pretty decent cameras. I know the Pixel camera system is going to be better as I've already used both phones extensively. They both support 4K with electronic and optical image stabilization. So here is a very quick camera test with some side-by-sides for you to check out. Again, not going to go into too much detail here, just some basic point and shoot photos and videos just for you to decide which one you prefer. Okay, just want to quickly compare some gaming stats. So COD graphics settings starting with Pixel 7a. Maximum graphics selectable is very high and max. The option for ultra is there. If you tap on it, it will drop the graphics down to low. So let's put it back to its highest, very high and max. The Nothing Phone 1 also supports the same, very high and max, but there is no option for ultra at all. So we'll keep both phones on the same highest graphical settings, and let's run a quick gaming test on both.
Hostile sentry gun in your AO. Capturing B. Cover me. Target down. Enemy contact. Hardpoint locked down. Yes, down. Tango down.
So there you have it, guys. That was my quick comparison test between the Pixel 7a versus the Nothing Phone 1. So amazing budget price smartphones offering impressive specs and features, giving you great value for your money. Between these two, apples to apples, the Nothing Phone 1 is around £100 cheaper right now than the Pixel 7a. So that's $449 versus $349. So to sum this one up, Nothing has a slightly more interesting design. Nothing also has a better display with faster refresh rates and a more durable design with Gorilla Glass 5 front and back. The Pixel has a slightly more powerful chipset. Cameras are certainly better on the Pixel, no doubt about that one. Nothing has a very slightly bigger battery and supports faster wired and wireless charging. And the speaker quality I felt on the Pixel was slightly better. The Nothing Phone 1 has proper dual SIM support, so you can add 2 physical nano SIMs at the same time. Pixel supports only 1 nano SIM and 1 eSIM. So those were the facts, Pixel 7a versus the Nothing Phone 1. Hopefully this video has helped you see the main differences between these two phones. Also, do let me know which direction you feel you are going towards, or are you preferring something else? Do share your thoughts. Meanwhile, don't forget to like and sub. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.